Hey guys, here we are with another WWE Monday Night Raw highlights video, and damn, Becky Lynch stole the show with that awesome promo in my opinion. Becky the Man Lynch came to Louisville and she had some things to say to the crowd. Not only one of the best female wrestlers in WWE, she's also great on the mic. Okay, enough Becky glazing. I was just being sarcastic. I completely lost track of that Becky Lynch promo. Becky blaming the fans, because that's what we need, right? Another heel blaming the fans for their downfall. Man, Monday Night Raw sucked once again. Triple H is not doing it right, we can see that. Michael Cole welcomes us to the show as we see a number of stars making their way into the building for the night. We then cut to a recap package surrounding Jey Uso and Seth Rollins facing off for the World Heavyweight Championship last week. After seeing the chaos leading to Uso retaining the title, we cut backstage as CM Punk makes his way to gorilla position and then out to ringside, the crowd singing along to his theme along the way. Before we delve to this week's WWE Monday Night Raw highlights, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the bell. As you can see, we just hit 10,000 subscribers. A huge thank you to everyone who's watched, liked, commented and subscribed. Your support is truly appreciated. Now we will continue to give you interesting WWE-related content every week. And by supporting us, you will also help us with our channel's algorithm. We appreciate it. Oh, and don't forget, Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is coming real soon for PlayStation, PC and Xbox, and we will definitely be playing the hell out of this collection when it arrives. Stay tuned. Also a massive shout out to my new wrestling buddies here on YouTube, the Two Brothers Wrestling Show. They have interesting WWE podcasts and reviews every Sunday. Make sure you check them out. I'll leave their channel link right in this video description. The show starts with an image of legendary wrestler Sabu. Sabu was 60 years old when he died last weekend. Sabu, real name Terrence Michael Brunk, born December 12, 1964, was an American professional wrestler, better known by his ring names Sabu of the Jungle and the Great Sabu. He pioneered in his time with Extreme Championship Wrestling, the ECW, from 1993 to 2000. Sabu will be very missed. We cut to CM Punk ranting on the mic about Paul Heyman's betrayal. Punk says they've been here before. It's not the first time Paul Heyman has stabbed him in the back. Fool him once, shame on you. Fool him twice, shame on him. Ladies and gentlemen, yep, the man himself arrives, Mr. Paul Heyman. But CM Punk interrupts him, telling Penguin to come on down. He starts running Heyman some more as he calls out Seth Rollins in the process. And sure enough, burn it down. Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker step onto the stage, and Punk is having none of it, as he tells Rollins he's nothing but a song kid, saying sooner or later the bell has to ring. The music stops, and the crowd, who were singing along with Seth's music, start chanting for CM Punk instead. Punk makes Rollins sick, as Heyman believed in Punk when no one else did. Rollins believes Punk is trash, among other things. And just when he thinks he couldn't hate Punk anymore, the man stands there as the reason Rollins is not the World Heavyweight Champion. Punk tells Seth he's never going to be champ as long as Punk is standing on his own 2 feet. Seth hopes Punk's prepared his last words, motioning for Breakker to get into the ring. Punk mocks the former Intercontinental Champion as Breakker slides in, and the two immediately go at it until Bron takes Punk down in the corner. He backs away to take his jacket off, and this is the opening Punk has to turn things around until Rollins intervenes, the two starting to wear Punk down. Sami Zayn runs down the ramp for the save, but the sheer might of Breakker is too much as he and Rollins take him out before looking to flatten Punk out with a steel chair. Jey Uso appears out of nowhere, runs into the ring, stopping Rollins with a super kick. Breakker gets the better of Uso, but Zayn is in with a chair as well, and the numbers are finally such where Breakker and Rollins escape the ring, regrouping alongside Heyman on the bottom of the ramp. I'll be honest, I was expecting a boring 30-minute yap fest. What we got? A relatively short yap fest, into a good little brawl to establish the rivalries going on now. Still unsure if Rollins introduces another wrestler into this group, and we still don't know why Paul Heyman created this alliance anyway. Triple H needs to be more assertive with the storytelling, otherwise the Monday Night Raw show will definitely go down the toilet. And we, real wrestling fans, will help to flush it. Moving on. We get a look back at Backlash and El Grande Americano's involvement, leading to Dominic Mysterio picking up the win to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Back at ringside, Penta makes his way out for our opening contest as he faces Chad Gable. That match is up next. Penta starts to get the advantage early on until Gable takes him to the mat. Commentary discusses El Grande Americano's tour of Mexico as Gable continues to go to work on Penta and attempting to take Penta's mask off. This was a fun opening match, though I will just say this now. The banter surrounding Gable and El Grande Americano, as good a bit as it's been, is starting to grate on my nerves. It's starting to get annoying as we all know that El Grande Americano is Chad Gable. Still, a good story developing and we see Penta as the match's winner. Next, the War Raiders Ivar and Brutus start things off in this Louisville arena. They are going at it against American Made, while New Day has a shouting contest with Pat and Cole on commentary. The action spills outside where we see Eric arguing with Xavier Woods, while Kofi Kingston knocks Ivar off the top, allowing American Made to hit the Brutus ball to pick up the win. Therefore winners via pinfall, the American Made. Next, I am not going to elaborate into boring detail the amount of time it takes for the champ to get into the ring, but I will say that the crowd chants for one more yeet, and of course Jey Uso obliges. Uso says the World Heavyweight Champion is now in their city, to a big pop, before saying he's got a big target on his big back so he wants to get something off his big chest. He runs down Logan Paul's previous remarks, promising that after Saturday night's main event he will still be… He got interrupted there. It's the almighty Ring General's music. Gunther cuts the champ off as he makes his way down the ramp. The crowd reminds the former champion that he tapped out at WrestleMania as he steps into the ring, addressing that Uso beat him that night. After Jey mocks him for tapping out that night, Gunther expresses that he understands the pressure the new champion is under. But unlike Gunther, Jey is not a natural champion. Since Jey likes to run his mouth so much, he's surprised he didn't share the news. So let him share that news himself, revealing that Gunther will face whoever leaves Saturday night's main event as World Heavyweight Champion. That match will be set on June 9th, and Gunther hopes it's Jey so he can take back what's rightfully his. Jey cuts him off, promising to take down the YouTuber before he and the Ring General run it back. Basically, Jey Uso continues to pop the crowd with nearly everything he says and does, but the big takeaway from that segment is that Gunther gets his shot at whoever leaves Saturday night's main event as World Heavyweight Champion. Back at ringside, Finn Balor is accompanied by Carlito and JD McDonough as he heads down the ramp for our next match. Noticeably absent is Dominic Mysterio, and AJ Styles makes his way out next. He enters the ring, and this match is underway. The crowd chants, "This is awesome," as Styles looks to set Balor up for another clash, but Judgment Day distract him long enough for Balor to dodge a phenomenal forearm. Winner via pinfall is AJ Styles. Now let's talk about that Becky Lynch promo. Mixed reaction for Becky as she insists she was not beaten on Saturday. The boos start to trickle in as Lynch explains that one of them was taken to the hospital and the other got to celebrate. She then goes into running down the fans as they continue booing. Her music hits as Becky leaves the ring. Then the ending of Monday Night Raw, we see Io Sky and Rhea Ripley all cuddled up for beating Julia and Roxanne Perez. But we've seen these women fighting each other numerous times. This is ridiculous at this point. This match was boring as hell. I can't believe people went all the way to Louisville to watch this crap. Overall, a lackluster episode of WWE Raw following Backlash. Storylines were all over the place. A lot of adverts, stale crowd interaction, people were bored. It could have been better than this. What a joke. I give this 4 out of 10. So, did you enjoy this week's Monday Night Raw? Let us know in the comments below. That'll do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.